What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about Darnell Mooney and Rondale and why they will add that speed element to the Atlanta Falcons offense this season. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about Rondale Moore and Darnell Mooney and why they will add that speed element that I feel like we've been missing here in our for our Atlanta Falcons. So we know last season under Arthur Smith, we really struggled to get explosive plays. We really struggled with throwing the ball down the field. And I really feel like this season under Zach Robinson, with us adding over the offseason Rondale Moore and adding Darnell Mooney, I really feel like those guys are going to add that new element to this Atlanta Falcons offense as far as adding that speed element. Last year, we didn't really have a lot of explosive plays, especially down the field as far as throwing the football. I really feel like Arthur Smith didn't trust Desmond Ridder to throw the ball down the field. A lot of our routes were in-breaking routes, a lot of short routes. And I really feel like defenses were able to kind of crowd the box and things of that nature for the run game because they were not afraid of Desmond Ridder throwing the football over their heads. This season, I really feel like with us having Kirk Cousins and us adding Darnell Mooney, a guy who runs a 4.3 40, having a guy Rondale Moore who's also very explosive, ran a 4.29 40, prior to entering the NFL draft. I definitely feel like those guys are very explosive wide receivers, very explosive with the football in their hands, whether it's those guys on reverses and jet sweeps and things of that nature, whether it's throwing those guys a quick bubble screen and allowing those guys to get out in the open field. I really feel like we're going to have a lot of explosive plays this season. With Kirk Cousins pulling the trigger as the quarterback, I really feel like the ball is going to be in the air a lot this season. And we're going to see guys like Darnell Mooney, Rondale Moore. I really feel like they're going to open things up for those underneath routes. When you have guys that can go deep and have that type of explosiveness and speed, it prevents, opposing defenses for bringing their safeties down in the box. They'll keep guys like two safeties over the top, which creates space in the running game and also creates space for those short and intermediate routes. I really feel like last season, because we were reluctant to use guys like Scotty Miller, who had that 4.3, 4.4 speed, and we didn't, challenge opposing defenses as far as throwing the ball down the field. I really feel like we didn't use a lot of the vertical routes that we should have used. We didn't use a lot of over routes and things of that nature, similar to what you see out of teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, similar to what you see out of teams like the LA Rams and a lot of the explosive offenses in the NFL. We didn't really see a lot of vertical routes last year. We've seen a lot of horizontal patterns, a lot of in-breaking routes, a lot of comeback routes, a lot of, quick screens and things of that nature. We really didn't see the Atlanta Falcons challenging that third part of the field, which is deep, where the safeties are kind of out there on the field. So I really feel like this year is going to be huge for our Atlanta Falcons to use that deep passing game, using guys like Rondale Moore, his speed, using guys like Darnell Mooney. Both of those guys are very good at tracking the football deep down the field. And I really feel like you put a lot of pressure on corners and the secondary safeties to make plays on the football. When you're able to throw the ball deep down the field, usually that's where you see pass interferences called. That's where you see teams getting penalties, because most corners and most safeties in the NFL, they usually don't have the best ball skills compared to like tracking the ball, compared to guys like Darnell Mooney, compared to guys like Rondale Moore and wide receivers that are used to tracking the football. Most cornerbacks and safeties in the league have a hard time when you throw the ball deep down the field, especially in single man coverage. So I really expect this season for us to see a lot of explosive plays. Now, Rondale Moore was a guy last year where the Cardinals sometimes put him in the backfield, and they used him, just to hand the ball to him. He had a touchdown, I believe, rushing the ball against the Dallas Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. And he's one of those guys that has done a lot of different things, being used as a running back as well, catching the ball out of the backfield. So I definitely think that we can use these guys in some really unique ways. Darnell Mooney actually had 1,000 yards in his second season with the Chicago Bears, but he's another guy that's really explosive with the ball in his hands, and he's a big time playmaker as far as making catches. He has one of the, does a really good job of tracking the football and being able to catch the ball, making contested catches down the field. So I really feel like these guys are going to add a new element as far as that speed element that we've been missing the last couple seasons under Arthur Smith and Dave Ragone. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Rondale Moore, on Darnell Mooney. Do you believe that their speed will add something special to this Atlanta Falcons offense? I think that they're exactly what this Falcons team has been missing, especially on the offensive side of the ball. We really haven't had guys since Julio Jones, since Taylor Gabriel and those guys, as far as guys that could use their speed to get deep down the field and make big time plays. So with that being said, this being your boy Jew, I have a lot more content coming for you guys, but as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.